This is Colm McGuigan for IFL TV. Delighted to be joined by Marv from Home Alone, Frank Smith. Here, the tune and everything's on for you, mate. How have you been keeping?
Good, mate. I think I quite like it.
You can pull it off, you know. Like Edward couldn't go around with that.
Around the camera, let me see quickly.
I don't see Edward pulling that off, do you?
After the thinning hair, it's making my head very cold, so I have to start wearing a hat now. I've had the hair transplant, so I just...
Did you have a hair transplant? This is the title. Frank Smith, hair transplant.
Yeah. No, so it's a good look. Anyway, boxing talk, because you get in trouble. But
I will get in trouble for this. Frank, it's been a busy couple of weeks for you. How has it been, first of all, LA, good trip?
Yeah, it was good. It was a busy... I thought it would be a quiet early part of that trip, but I ended up at 2 o'clock every morning, finalising a few bits. But it was a good trip. It was a great show as well. Great atmosphere in there for Pacheco. Brilliant venue, the YouTube Theatre, and I think we had just over 3,000 people in there. I think we could do a few more next time. But it's a tremendous venue, and he's got a massive future, Diego Pacheco. He's just 22, 23 years old, and it's exciting.
You know what my next question is? What's next for Diego Pacheco? Is there possibly an Irishman in the ring with Diego Pacheco next?
No.
Is that a no to Paddy McCrory?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. No, look, we haven't planned. Obviously, he fought 4 days ago. We're looking at what's next. Looking at probably April time, so we'll see.
You're having that little giggle there behind you. I need to put...
People are questioning my thing.
Oh, I think they are. The whole attire, mate. You look as if you've just committed some sort of house robbery.
House robbery?
That's what you look like. Marv from Home Alone.
I think it's alright. Like, what house robber has turned up trousers? Be honest with me.
And what are them sneakers? What are they?
Nike.
Oh, wow. Wow. I don't even want to get into it. Let's get back to boxing. Obviously, last week we had the massive card. It's turned into that. Yeah. Obviously, we had that big card announced last week. You weren't there at the press conference. You've kind of been the interim between Matchroom and Frank Warren for a while. How did it feel letting Edward into that realm?
It's alright, they're new friends, aren't they?
They look like it.
They're newfound friends. I saw Frank Warren was going to put him in a cupboard. Probably would have been quite helpful, to be honest.
See, I don't think you're allowed at those events now after you and Frank Warren having a little bit of beef. Would that be true?
A few people said that I was banned from attending.
Is that true?
No, I was in LA. I was working quite hard. Early hours of the morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But I was already planning. I was already in LA. I went there on the Sunday. I was planning a couple of days with the missus of quiet, relaxation. Didn't work out like that, but I wasn't banned from going, and I look forward to meeting Frank Warren.
And Dev Sani, who you did call out to fight you on Misfits recently, if you remember that.
Yeah, Dev Sani too. Now look, I've always, especially George, like when we dealt in the past on things, always got on well. So it's good to see. It's good for the sport. If it helps make big fights happen. Look, we're all guilty of saying things, making comments. I think Frank's called me fat quite a few times, which is fair. It's very fair. But if we can make fights happen and take away any ill feeling between the parties, then it's all good.
In terms of that card, excited for Anthony Joshua's return? Believe that he'll be able to do the business against Otto Wallen?
Yeah, I believe he will. I think he's going to be look, we've got Brian Peters here. Brian Peters has come. Brian, we know you love the camera. Get involved. Yeah, look, I think obviously he's been the most active he's been in a long time. This is 3 fights within a 9-month period. 4 fights in 16 months. It's what he's been missing. I think he's shown improvements, and I think he's going to get a big win on December 23rd and set up a huge 2024.
I've heard some rumours that a fight that you're involved with might be going to the undercard in Saudi of Fury Usyk. That would be Conor Bay and Chris Eubank Jr. Is there any truth to those rumours? No. That will definitely be on a Matchroom main event.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not signed. Still not signed. So, but we're working hard. But no, that's not the understanding. Obviously, that's a huge event, February 17th. Fury Usyk, great to see it finally announced for the undisputed. But no.
Would Ben Eubank definitely land on the 3rd of February in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Is that basically nailed on?
Not nailed on. I mean, that's what we're working towards. It's not signed as of today. But we're getting to that crunch point. It's 10 weeks to go, I think, 10 weeks now from now. and we need to move very quickly. We're working very hard. It's the fight that makes the most sense for everyone, so I'm confident we'll get there.
We're a week out from December. We've got no idea what Matchroom's beginning of the year looks like. Eddie says you're the man to talk to about this. Tell us what the beginning of the year at least looks like for Matchroom.
Cold, depending on where you are in the world.
America the first few weeks, Edward said?
Yeah, looking at that for January 13th. January 20th is our pen date for a Japan show.
Would the 13th be in New York?
No, not in New York. Somewhere else in America. 51 other states to pick from. It's 52 states. Yeah. Who knows? We got busy starts of the year. Got a call actually this afternoon, working through the schedule with the zone, making a plan like we did last time, trying to plan out until March, April time, and have a long run of events. Sometimes takes a bit longer to do that, and it doesn't mean you can come out with 1 or 2 individual events, but we're really trying to plan out and get a long run of events announced.
Who's the headliners at the beginning of the year?
Boxers.
Come on, give us a few names, Frank.
No, again, I'm as I say every time, I'm the wrong man to get clues and tips from.
But he now tells us that you are the man to speak to.
No, I am the man. I know everything, but I'm not going to give it all away.
Excited to be back in Dublin this weekend. Believe that Katie Taylor can get this done against Chantal Cameron, maybe set up a trilogy?
Look, I've said on numerous occasions, although it's a small venue, it holds 9,000 or 10,000 in there in that 3 arena. That event back in May was probably one of the best shows I've ever been at. Actually, the atmosphere when Gary Cully ring walked was like something I've never seen before. So to be back here, they really get behind boxing here. It's been a long time coming to bring boxing back here, so it's great to be back again twice this year. And it's a fantastic fight. They left it all in the ring last time, and I'm sure they will again here. Chantal Cameron, she comes back to defend her undisputed belts. Fair play to her. She boxed tremendously in the first fight, and I think we're in for another barnstormer again, so I can't wait for it.
Last one from me. Next week, Belfast. Massive show. Is this the beginning of some shows in Belfast then? Will Matchroom be looking at that for 2024?
Yeah, 100%. Look, got a great relationship obviously with Michael and Jamie Conlon. He's got a good fight against Jordan Gill and a tremendous undercard as well. It sold really well, as he always does in Belfast. I don't think we've been there for 4 or 5 years, something like that, maybe even longer. And again, just like the atmosphere in Dublin, Belfast is going to be a tremendous atmosphere, and can't wait for it, and many more in 2024.
Well, Marv, thank you very much for your time today, mate, and we'll catch up tomorrow.
Thank you, mate.